Today, we are counting down the top 5 most horrific serial killers in the world. Gary Ridgway, one of the United States' most prolific serial killers. He was arrested in 2001 on 4 murders. He confessed to killing at least 70 women in Washington State from the 1980s to the 90s. He avoided the death penalty by providing the police the dumping grounds of his victims. He was convicted on 49 murderers and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Pedro Rodriguez of Brazil was arrested in 2003 for murdering at least 71 people. At the age of 14, he committed his first murder. By the time he turned 18, he had killed up to 10 people. Now get this, while in prison, he executed his own father, who was also serving time for murder. God, it must run in the family. Remarkably, he went on to kill 47 inmates while in prison. Initially just sentenced to 30 years, it has now been increased to 400 years. Daniel Barbosa was a Colombian serial killer that was said to have raped and killed up to 150 girls in Colombia and Ecuador throughout the 70s and 80s. He calmly admitted to killing only 71, though. He led authorities to all the dumping grounds of his victims. And listen to this, in 1989, he was convicted to only 16 years, the maximum sentence in Ecuador. In 1994, he was murdered by one of the cousins of his victims while in prison. Dr. Harold Shipman was an English doctor proven to be responsible for up to 250 murders. He was a trusted doctor and well respected in his community. However, his colleagues and undertakers began raising concern over the high death rates in the area, and they started believing that he may have had something to do with it. It all caught up to him later, though. He was found guilty for those murders and was convicted to 15 consecutive life prison sentences. Pedro Lopez is a Colombian serial killer. He was accused of raping and killing more than 300 girls in South America. 300 people. Well, he was caught and arrested by police when one of his attempted abductions went wrong. So get this, in 1980, he was convicted and he served 18 years in an Ecuadorian prison and was released after his 18 years. This guy didn't even get life in prison because remember in Ecuador, I believe it's 16, 18 years is the maximum sentence you can get. But he was deported to Colombia and rearrested and was later convicted to life in prison. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media sites. Here we go. Facebook at Panic Attack Videos, Twitter at Panic Attack TV, and now Instagram at Panic Attack Videos.